Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Hash It Out with Scout. My name is Shanise and we have...
My name is Mehan.
My name is Daniel.
And today we have a new episode and this is the first time we're all meeting. So how are you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm alright.
We're all fine, I
all
guess.
good.
Okay.
I think we're all just like a little bit nervous because we don't know what.
Nervous,
A little bit
interested,
nervous.
and
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
for our next topic.
Oh yeah, what are we talking about today?
So today we're actually talking about how your best friends or your close friends go MIA when they have a new relationship or a new partner. So do you guys have any thoughts about that?
Many thoughts about it.
Let us know your first one.
Okay, so I used to have my best friend.
Okay.
It was back in secondary school, like, cause I was very close with her. So like, eventually she got a boyfriend. So we kind of drifted because every time I always try to ask her out for like dinner and stuff like that. Then she will be like, "Oh, my boyfriend is insecure," or maybe she'll just go MIA on me, and I take days to even reply. Yeah, so it's kind of sad.
But the fact that you're hanging out with a girl, right, and she has a boyfriend, like, do you feel if the roles were switched, would you be uncomfortable with that, or would you be okay with that?
It'll be it actually depends on the relationship.
Okay.
Actually, to be honest.
How much trust is it?
Yeah, it's about trust. I think partly because sometimes their partner will get very jealous when they hang out with a different gender. Yeah, but it takes time to actually make the boyfriend trust you. Because for me, I never fell in love with my best friend before.
Is
So
it?
yeah, it's just like a really like my really best friend. So
It's
yeah.
platonic.
Yeah.
Right?
But in your time of like when you were with you had your best friend, did you at any point in time like meet the boyfriend and
Yeah,
get acquainted?
I did meet the boyfriend. So it actually takes that one step to actually make the boyfriend like trust me that I'm only best friends with her and not anything else.
And if your girlfriend had like a close guy friend, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I have to meet the guy first.
Really,
Because,
Damn.
it's always like that lah.
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
okay with
that's
it,
good.
Yeah. But how about you?
For me, currently, one of my closest friends, she just got into a relationship, and it's not that I'm unhappy about it, but I can sense the difference in priorities, right? Like now, I'm no longer like number one; it's her boyfriend, and it's not that it's making me upset, but sometimes I do wish that they do not put 100% into their relationships, especially when it just began. Because I mean, if it were to end at the end of the day, you'll be running back to me. And I mean, at least just make sure it's a solid relationship and also like balance the time you have with your friends, your family. I think that would be the best way. And also a healthy relationship. Yeah.
Is it your friend's like first relationship? Is that?
No, it's not. I mean,
Okay.
I hope not.
Okay.
I hope not, yeah. But I think, like when you're in love sometimes, especially during the honeymoon phase,
It's always a honeymoon phase.
it's always a honeymoon phase. And then, after a while, things start to sink back in.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Honestly, I feel like it's fine if friends kind of like disappear a little bit if they get into a relationship / fall in love. Because I can kind of understand it. It's fresh, it's new. They want to be with someone that they really chased or they really wanted to be with for whatever period of time. But then I feel like it's also okay to then later come back and engage with your friend a little bit more after you've kind of like established the boundaries of the relationship and really determined like, hey, I love hanging out with you, but we can't spend too much time together. I have my own friends as well. I want to do my own thing. So I think then at that point in time, it's more acceptable for you hang out as friends again, and by then you should know the girlfriend or the boyfriend.
I agree. I mean, in a way, I feel like if you are in a relationship, you should hang out with each other's best friends. Isn't that like more easy
more
to
easier.
maintain a healthy relationship, right? Like no secrets and
Exactly,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's more trust.
More
I think
trust.
trust is very important. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, how about I read some questions and then we can all answer. So I actually saw this message. I think this is quite a relevant one. They said, hash it out with Eduardo. He said they are either in a toxic relationship or were never a real friend. What do you guys think?
It really depends on situation because for toxic relationship, it tends to like, the other partner will always tell the girlfriend or boyfriend that they shouldn't hang out with these people or that people.
Okay.
They'll keep
Controlling,
controlling. Yeah, I do have friends who are also facing these kind of problems. Then whenever they come and rent it out to me, but end up they going back to their partner, and then they end up telling their partner this, like what I say, then it kind of destroy our friendship. Yeah.
I guess it can, yeah. So like if let's say the person has like a very clingy relationship, like they have a clingy personality, and it's like you described just now, you know, like they might say, hey, don't hang out with those guys anymore, spend more time with me. That can happen. And I know a guy that's like that, where like his girl can be a little bit like that, and it's a bit frustrating for us, you know, when we want to hang out, but at the same time, it's like, well, my homie, at least he's got a girl, you know, at least he's happy. So whenever we do get to spend time together, it's wonderful. We make good time of it. But yeah, it can be a little bit toxic, and I
Why
feel
not
like
just invite her over? Like,
yeah, no, we do.
Oh, you do?
So we do, but sometimes, so normally we would go out drinking and stuff, but she doesn't really drink much. So it's like she can't really keep the pace.
Okay. I mean, for me personally, I think that it's not that they were not real friends. I think my friends in general are people who are very easily influenced or like a bit more gullible in that sense, especially when it comes to love, you know. They'll be like straight away smitten and very keen to explore the whole honeymoon phase, stay over at the boyfriend's house every day, that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I mean, I understand because I've also been there in that sense where I just, you know, I only see my partner and no one else.
Yeah.
But I hope obviously in the future that I think it's more of like a youth thing, you know, where you prioritize only your boyfriend or whatever. But as you get older, I think
Different mindset.
yeah, different mindset.
Everything will change. Yeah.
I agree.
No, for real. Like in high school, I was dating this girl, and we spent so much time together that at some point, my best friend, he's like, "Yo, man, we don't see you during lunch anymore. We don't see you doing this and this and this." And it was a bit of like a shock, because to me, it didn't feel like I wasn't spending as much time with them. It's like until he said it, I was like, actually, yeah, like he is right, you know.
Yeah.
Like so, I had to like adjusted my behavior a little bit. I was like, yeah, actually, I need to hang out with them more.
Because you're like too focused in your relationship. Like
Yeah,
you forget
yeah.
about everything.
You got
Yeah.
blinders on, you know. Love makes you do crazy
Yeah,
things,
love
man.
makes
It's
you
like,
crazy.
yeah.
But don't you guys feel that, okay, maybe at the start of the relationship, it's normal to prioritize your partner, but how long until you are able to, you know, receive your friends again? Because I feel like people have different stages of honeymoon periods, and some might be short, some might be super long. But I have some friends I've not seen for like months, you know, ever since they got together. So, you know, when is the cutoff point? What do you think? Like, is there a moment you approach them and be like, you know, we haven't been talking for so long, or you just wait it out until they contact you? Like, how does it work?
To be honest, I don't know because you have to always tell them like how you feel about it. Then they will start to realize. It's always like that. Then they will start to, oh shit, I've actually been spending most of my time with my partner. Then they will like start to change a little bit.
Oh, really? So you will be open with them?
Sometimes, yeah, like, cause I have this one friend, she's so focused on her boyfriend, like, whenever we try to ask her out, she would just like go MIA for a month, then she'll reply a month later. I felt like a bit sad because we used to always hang out a lot. Then it's like suddenly at the point when she have a boyfriend, right, then she stopped like contacting us, and like only when there's problem with she and her boyfriend, then she would like come to us and just rent it out. Then she will go MIA again,
Yeah.
like for don't know how long. It's
You're
always
like the
that.
therapist, right?
Yeah, we are like the therapist.
Yeah, because like to your perspective, she's only coming to you with the issues, right? She's not
Yeah,
coming
right.
to you
It's
with
just
like
the
the good
issue.
stuff as well. So you, from your vision, you're only seeing this other partner as like in a negative light. So maybe, yeah, if she came to you more of like, oh, you know, they're great, you know, they're the best, you know, they do this and this, then maybe you'd be more okay with.
Yeah,
like,
more okay. Yeah, at least like ask, how are you? Don't just straight up.
Yeah.
Oh no, my boyfriend. what? Yeah.
But isn't it also very telling that if things are going very difficult, they go to you directly? Isn't it also like a nice
You
thing?
mean like a positive thing?
Yeah, like a positive
It could
thing.
be. Yeah.
It could be, but to me, I feel like sometimes it makes me feel like I'm being used
Being
or like
used,
taken
yeah.
advantage of. Like, you can't just look for me when you're in need and when, you know, you're sad, whatever it is. Like, if I'm your close friend, you should look for me even when, you know, there's nothing wrong. Ask me what's up. But, you know, if you go missing for so long, I start to think like something's wrong lah.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I
it's-
have this problem.
No, I think we all do,
know.
because like
Right.
we all have experienced this either ourselves or like even
That's
in the
true.
friends that we have.
True.
Okay, so the question is it okay for like friends to go MIA when they are in a relationship, not relationship, fall in love, and then only come back to you when they're like heartbroken? So I got actually a very interesting response from one of my really good friends at Cal. So he said, be happy for them during the good days, be there for them during the bad days. Really, really close friend of mine. So when he said this, I was like, oh shit, actually, you know, that,
Fact.
yeah, I was like, Mans is speaking, you know, he's saying something. I felt it, you You know, I felt it in my soul. It's true in a way, you know, like if you're, let's say at least your good friend gets in a relationship, maybe they've been struggling to get into a relationship, or maybe they've been struggling to find a really good girl, a really good guy, and you finally see how happy they are. Even if they go MIA for a bit, I'd be like, yeah, happy for you, dude. But then again, it's like, after a while, we're still hanging out, we're still playing Dungeons and Dragons, we're still playing, yeah, we're still doing other stuff, right? You know, like we still got to make time for each other. But yeah, if my homie is going through a tough time, I'll be there to support him as well. Because I know like it will reciprocate. You know, he'll do the same for me.
It's very positive. I agree.
Yeah.
I think we all will do the same, right? Because in the end of the day, it's like your close friends.
Yeah.
So in the end of the day, when they are in trouble, you'll still be there for them.
Yeah, like regardless.
Exactly.
Actually, for me, I think one factor we need to consider is like how close this friend is to you. Because for me personally, this is like my only close friend. So the moment she got into a relationship, for me, it was a bit like, now I have no one to confide in. I don't feel like, you know, I have that soul sister or whatever to just like pour my heart out or tell her my day. So in a way, it felt like a big loss for me. But I think that's another lesson, you know, like even though they're your best friends, you shouldn't like be attached to them 100%. Because maybe I started to feel a bit too attached, you know, a bit too comfortable. Like, okay, we're gonna be together forever until the boyfriend came in. Yeah.
Until some man came in and he's like, nope.
So some man stole her away. Yeah. So now I just think, you know, moderate the amount of affection you give others, and don't give too much so you don't be disappointed.
I feel like it's okay to give, but as long as you have a big pool to give to. I've been guilty of it as well in the past, of like I would have very few friends, and then once those friends get busy, it's like now I have nothing to do. So I try to find and find hobbies where like I can interact with more people and then make more friends, so that if those friends are busy, I can hang out with other friends, or I can confide on different people.
Groups,
Alternatives.
Not have all my eggs in one basket. Yeah.
I agree.
But I mean, it's good to not always be attached to your best friend. Because I've learned a lesson where I shouldn't be too attached to my friends. Like, you can meet new people. You can also like not always rant about your problems to your best friends only. Like maybe your close friends a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that you can actually talk your problems to that they can relate as well.
I agree. But I think it's like what we miss about is like the complicity between two people, you know,
it's like you guys always hang out every week.
Like it's hard to find replacement in that sense. But of course, you have to learn to like be a solo ranger, like just do your own things and whatever.
And at the same time, it takes a while to build up that good close relationship with someone to the point where like you can really talk about anything. To have that in multiple people, it does take time.
It does take
so if you
time.
have like one person, one best friend, this is your go-to, you guys can talk about anything without it being weird. And so when they go away, it's like,
damn,
who do I talk to now?
What now? I agree.
Yeah.
But do you guys feel like guys have it easier than girls? Because I feel like guys, regardless whatever partners they have, right, they will always find a way to keep in touch. Or is it just like a biased standpoint? But that's what I see from like the guys I know. They will always try to involve their partners.
I feel like guys are probably more easygoing with that. Like if they'll just be like, hey man, just bring a girl.
Okay.
Yeah. At least from my perspective.
You guys want to read any of the questions you guys have?
Okay, what is the reply is it's hard to prioritize because when you really like the person, you spend most of the time thinking about them, so you get carried away from most of the things. So what do you think about this?
Let me check it out.
Is she trying to say that we should be understanding because when you're in love, you know, you're obviously going to spend more time, tell them more things. I mean, I think that's understandable.
No, I agree, and I'm gonna make a really funny analysis of I'm not trying to like objectify a relationship, but it's like if you get a new toy, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I got a new toy, you know, I'm gonna be playing with this thing, you know. But eventually like that excitement like wears off, and then you kind of go, I kind of miss playing with that other game. So I feel like it's maybe like people like that as well.
I was gonna think you were talking about cheating, like, you know.
Oh no.
So in a sense where like after, you know, having too much of your partner, you will get a bit tired and you would want to go back to your friends.
I would say there has to be a good balance, because otherwise you get overstimulated, and then by getting overstimulated in a way you get burnt out. So by seeing that person for so long, the beauty of meeting them or seeing them kind of like wears off a lot sooner, and then it might feel like the conversation, or you lose that spark. You kind of need that break.
So you're saying like in order to regain the spark, we should have like a bit of a break from each other.
Yeah, you know what they say, like it's
what absence makes the
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It can backfire or whatever, but I think too much of a good thing can be bad.
That's true.
That is true indeed. Because I've been in a relationship before where I've not like prioritized my partner 100%. So I was still able to tell him, you know, like I'm going out with my friends tonight, so I can't see you today. So I think it really is about where you draw the line.
Where you draw the line,
Yeah.
and understanding.
And understanding.
I if I can share a little anecdote, this is something I was just really proud of myself, because actually, like, I used to be the guy that's like, I'd fall in love with a girl, like, I'm a hard lover, so like as soon as I fall in love with someone, I'm there. But I learned, like, hey man, you gotta like don't fall too hard, because you fall hard and fast if you miss. So I met this one girl, and we were really vibing, and she was only here in Singapore for like a short time because she lives abroad. We made good time of what we had. So on Friday we hung out a lot, and on Saturdays I played Dungeons and Dragons with my buddies. And this is a regular thing, but that Saturday she was, I think, she had to go back to the airport that evening to go, fly back. Now, the thought did creep into my mind and go, hey, should I just like make something up and cancel with my friends just so that I can spend more time with this girl? But thankfully, like, I caught myself. I was like, hey, you know what? I actually enjoy playing D&D with my buddies. It's like, yeah, I had a good time with this girl, but at the same time, I also want to have fun playing and meeting my friends.
But wait, she was leaving, right?
Yeah, but she's leaving.
Yeah, she's leaving.
Oh, damn.
But at least I got to spend a good moment or a good few days with her during the time that she was here. And even when she flew back, we still chatted for a while, and then long distance takes over, and it like kind of like fizzles out.
Dies down.
Yeah. But I mean, it was still like something that I was proud of for myself, at least. Because it's like, I knew in the past I wouldn't have done that.
But do you ever like fear their reaction, like the way maybe they might feel a bit like offended that you don't want to spend time with them?
Yeah, I mean, I would be offended as well. I mean, not offended, but in a way I could understand. That's a damn good question. Like, if one of my friends did that to me, I can be like, I can understand why you would do that. But at the same time, I'd be like, hey man, but we're still your friends. Like,
Which difference?
yeah.
Or like maybe like you feel like you might offend the girl that you date because it's her last day here and she's going off, and she feel like, oh, so
Because I would be offended.
yeah, I'll be damn sad, I'm like, oh my god, you're not sending me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Like, thankfully, like, we talked about this already, so I told her a lot about it, and like every Saturday we play, so she knew it was gonna happen. And yeah, so I was like, when I said goodbye to her, I was like, hey, I'm heading off to D&D now. Have a good
D&D.
Yeah. What? It's but I mean, she's a very mature girl as well,
that's
so
good.
she understood. She's like, oh yeah, no worries, I'll catch you, another time.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. But you would not like that.
No, I'm okay with that.
You're okay
yeah,
with that?
I think depends on the context. Like, if how you say you already spend time with me in advance, then go ahead.
Yeah.
A week.
Okay, this entry is coming from Saisi, and she or he says, I hope she's alright, not stuck in a toxic relationship. That's my only worry. So basically, I think a lot of the people who replied to my question are saying that it was most likely a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Which in a way I feel is a bit true. Like I said before, you should always balance the
out,
two, or maybe you never know, behind the scenes, maybe their partners are a bit controlling, and they will get upset if you hang out with, your own friends and all that. I've seen people like that. So, what do you guys think?
I think it's true because like everything is true. Everything is true.
Everything is true. I agree.
No, because I mean, it's really true though. Because,
Okay. How do you make it like non-toxic?
It always goes back to the partner because in the end of the day, is whether your partner understands like you, if you want to hang out with your friends or not. Because if they don't understand, they'll be like, why you don't want to spend time with me? Then you'll be like, offended, then they will fight. Then that becomes like a very toxic. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's good to always tell your partner how you feel. Then they have no choice but to understand, and that is where you find your balance.
Exactly. I'm intrigued that it all circles back, or like a lot of people circle back to like the toxicity.
Yeah,
like-
correct.
But the friend that you just the reply that you read off, I think it's very sweet, because like they're just saying like, I hope that they're okay.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. That's true. I mean, in a sense, when you feel that your friend has been absent for so long, not seeing them on social media, something will be a
quite
bit
worried,
up.
yeah.
Do you guys feel like, okay, because of this problem, like, where we don't want our friends to be missing, right? Would you, in order to avoid this, try to let your partner meet your friends first? Make sure you guys get along, and then, eventually you are able to establish that this can be a mutually beneficial friendship and relationship? Or, is that something you look out for? Like, try to figure out whether your friends are gonna vibe with your partner?
It really depends like how you actually communicate with your friends to actually get to know their partners. Yeah, because that's very important.
Correct. What about you?
If my partner can vibe with my friends, hey, that's so great, like, because then everybody everyone can get along, less drama. I mean, life is too short to have drama in your life, you know. It's just like just good vibes.
Okay, but I have a question. What if they don't vibe with your friends? Are you gonna reconsider them like as a potential partner, or bros before hoes, or?
It's so hard, this one.
I feel like this is a very big problem in
it's
relationships.
It's a very big problem, yeah.
Right?
It's a very good question. Maybe the comments can...
Oh yeah, let us know.
Let us know how you think. Yeah.
Wow, that's such a hard... Because at the end of the day, you gotta pull that trigger, right? So if like your girlfriend, boyfriend being well acquainted with your friends is like a deal breaker, then that's a tough call that you'll have to make, right?
Okay, guys, so let's jump into another entry, and it's coming from at Philip Sunjevarik. Okay, so he said good timing for our own piece.
Wow.
Wow.
Good timing for your own piece.
So, I mean, for me personally, because like I said before, I do have a friend who just got into a relationship and all that, and I do find myself more in my own alone time, because already I live alone, and then now I'm like extra alone. So in a way, it makes me build more like dependence on myself, in a sense where now if something good or bad happens to me, I just tell myself, I don't tell anyone. And I learned that, you know, I don't really have to rely on others. So it does build your internal strength. Let's put it that way. Yeah, what do you guys think? Does it give you like more peace?
More peace.
Yeah, you agree, right? It's true, right?
Yeah, I mean, because you start to learn that you don't have someone with you already. You rely on yourself more. Yeah, and also like whatever happens, you will just usually tell yourself, okay, it's a good lesson to be learned, and like enhance my emotional strength more next time.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, thank you everyone for sending your comments.
If you would like to listen to the full conversation, make sure you head over to Spotify or check us out at our YouTube channel at Scout.
Don't forget to follow our socials as well.
And let us know any other interesting topics or comments or entries that you want us to discuss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.